Where were you when this decade started? In 2010, a lot was different. In Tennessee, 610 was still running, 630 was being restored, and there was little hope of 4501 never running again. 576 was still sitting in a park. In Virginia, there was only a fool's hope that 611 would run again, and probably even less hope that the Big Three would be reunited for no particular reason. I actually was at the Baltimore and Ohio Rail Museum in January 2010, and I saw 1309, and I thought how nice it would be to see an engine that large run, since there was no way that a big boy would get restored. Little did I know that a restoration would start in 2014 for engine 1309, and it would end in 2024 after the NASA astronauts got back from the moon with the final parts for the restoration. In Georgia, Stone Mountain still had a few steam engines rusting away in their front yard, and since then all of them have found better homes. And what has happened in North Carolina in the past decade? Well, we have the same number of steam engines operating in 2019 that were running in 2010. Not all the same engines, these three are still running somehow, I don't really know how. And while New Hope Valley Railroad 17 is being restored to possibly run in 2020, the Great Smoky Mountain Railroad in 2016 fixed up 1702. That's like 02 better than number 17. But what will we see by 2030? Outside of the Charlotte Links bridge too far over the River Catawba, I don't know. I do know that every situation, from keeping the smallest engine running for just a week a year, to pulling the biggest steam engine out of a park where it's been sitting for 50 years and making it run again, was all because somebody was willing to take action, to spend their own money, or find somebody nutty enough to spend their own money. Sometimes the people you give your money to will use it wisely, and others will not. I guess what I'm trying to say is, 10 years ago, the East Broad Top Railroad was still running, and nobody thought a big boy would be running. And now, 10 years later, the East Broad Top Railroad hasn't been running for quite a while, even though it still kind of exists. And there is a big boy running. Isn't that nice? So, nothing is impossible and nothing will last forever. And just think of where we will be 10 years from now, what railroads will be running, and what railroads will not be running, and what railroads will improve, and what railroads will fall apart, and what steam programs might happen, and what steam programs, well, might not be existing, you know? Take advantage of what you can while you can. That's the moral of the story, if there is one. And just think of where we'll be 10 years from now. Happy New Year, Happy New Decade. This is the end, I guess.